Sagittarius, welcome to your tarot card reading today. Let's talk about your Sagittarius and let's see what's next. Let's see what's coming in your direction. Let's see what you can expect. Let's see how you feel about it, how it's going to affect you, and what you need to know about it. Well, we got ourselves a little clean it up. Card number 21. They're telling me look at the bottom. Message in a bottle. Card number 6. Okay, so clean it up in the message. There's kind of feel like it's a message from spirit guides coming in, letting you know to cut something out. But it could be a message coming in. We'll find out. We'll find out. We do that by getting the cards on the table. Let's talk about your Sag. Spirit guides. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. You be worried about something. Oh no, this is a message from your higher self, source self, spirit guides. Alright, we'll find out what you're worried about, what's going on. Well, that's what you don't see coming is the 9 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. How this affects you, or how you feel about it, is the 5 of Wands. You might be bringing in something you don't want to bring in. This might be a warning reading. What does Sag need to know about this message? Queen of Pentacles. Is that you? Yeah, that is you. Alright, we're presenting at... Okay, Sag, you're presenting as the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel it's you. We'll clarify. The World and the Sun. I feel, when I see these cards right now, I feel like something that you're worried about, you're about to manifest into your life, right? You can literally attract something to you if you're thinking about it a lot, even if it's something that you don't want. Let's find out, though, because what's next is the 9 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Holy shit! That's what you're worried about. This is a little bit of Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. 4 Pentacles, though. And the 9 of Swords, you're worried about your stability. You're about to have your knocks knocked off. Your socks knocked off. You're about to have your socks knocked off. I think that's the expression. I definitely know it's not your knocks and your knocks. I don't know. Sag, we pulled the Tower. We pulled the World. And we pulled the 3 of Wands. What's next is what you want. But you're worried that you're not going to get it. So you're working towards something and it's like you believe you're going to get it. But there's a doubt in the back of your mind, right? A worry, a fear, an anxiety. We're going to touch on that. But what's about to happen is going to change that. Okay, how is it going to change that? First of all, what's the fear? What's the anxiety? Let's tap into the 9 of Swords. Fear and anxiety. What is Sag worried about? Because they don't want you to worry about that, darling. They don't want you... The King of Cups. The 6 of Cups. That's what the hell is that? That this is going to go the way something went in the past. You're worried that something is going to repeat itself. You're worried that it's a cycle. Let's say this is love. You're meeting a new person here. You're starting to date them. You're worried that they're going to be I'm hearing a cycle like your ex. You don't have a good ex. You don't have a good ex, Sag. If it's, however it applies to you, it's something that you want, something that you want. But I'm worried about the past being projected, and I'm worried it's going to go the same way as the past. I'm worried the same thing's going to happen. But there's the feminine and the masculine energy. Ooh, what is the message there? The 2 of Swords, the 5 of Wands. What's the 2? Okay, let's understand the 5 of Wands. Basically, what's next is what you want, and they don't want you to worry. Okay, however it applies to you. And if it's your reading, then you're sincerely and genuinely worried that, this didn't work out from the past, right? Let's say we'll go back to love, right? You dated someone, you thought they were great, when you got to know them, they were a psycho, and you're worried that the same thing is going to happen, right? If it's career, you're starting a new job on Monday, and you're scared that it's going to go the way the last job went. You don't want that again, right? But they need to know, and that's not going to happen again. That's the message. Don't have that fear, because you don't want to project that in or bring something you don't want in, but right now you're not. You're not, baby. You're bringing in what you want. There's the World. The 2... What is my problem? I just picked up on this. Holy crow, look at this, Sag. The 9 of Pentacles, the World, and the Sun. Can we just point out that the World's the happiest card in the deck, the Sun's the second happiest card, and I'm going to say the 9 of Pentacles is what? The 3rd? It's at the top of the game here. So... there's a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance. Again, if this is love, I feel for some of you it is the end of being single. Oh, that's what's up. Love of your life. Although, I'm not going to go there, but I got an email from YouTube a few months ago, and they don't want phrases like love of your life because they consider that sensationalism, and they don't want that on YouTube anymore, but I don't know what to call it. The love of your life. So you're going to get what you want. They don't want you to worry. Justice has been served. All right, that's what you need to know. That's what's coming through. That's what's next, what you want. You're worried you're not going to get it, but you go get it. So then how it makes you feel or how it affects you is the Five of Wands. I say, what does that mean? What does that mean? Let's put a card in and find out. Let's find out. Three of Cups is in reverse. The Ace of Cups. Temperance. Okay. And the Sun. You're going to feel like there's a lot of things that are outside of your control, but not anymore. You're going to feel like, I deserve this. I worked hard, baby. I've been putting my platter out there. I've been trying to manifest. I've been trying to bring things in. You're going to feel like like I said, like there's just a lot of things that are outside of your control, a lot of things you can't do anything about. There could be challenges and barriers, but at the same time, you're feeling happy and satisfied. So it's like you're going to get what you want. You know, you'll get that relationship, but it's not going to be all butterflies and rainbows, right? You're still going to have to work with this person. There's still going to be challenges. There's going to be barriers. So there's that element where they really, really want you to not project the past. I got that message again right here. Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Queen of Swords. Whatever that disappointment is from the past, Sag, know that, right? When you learn your lesson from that, you don't go through it again. It's only if you don't learn your lesson from whatever happened. So it's knowing that, because how this affects you is it makes you feel like there's a lot of things outside your control, but it makes you feel really happy, proud, patient, like you didn't give up and you're getting what you want. There's the third happiest card in the deck, Sagittarius. We got the Six of Wands. So, I mean, you feel like there's a lot of things out of your control, but you're also going to feel pretty damn satisfied. What you need to know about this, or what your spirit guides want to highlight here, Queen of Pentacles. I really did take that as you, but let's find out. Let me use that deck. That was weird. Strength. Okay. Holding back, feeling strong. You know, that's overcoming lower virtues and temptations. So what's the Queen of Pentacles here for Sag? What do they need to know about this Queen of Pentacles here? You've been manifesting this. Knight of Swords. I think you're mad that you're not getting something. And you're looking and you're thinking, when is it coming my way? And if you're sitting there saying that to yourself, that's what you need to know. It's coming your way. Some of you, I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is the partner, the person. It's the other person on the other end. But for some of you, I feel like it's you. I feel like you're going to... The Queen of Pentacles is very self-aware. She's a master of the material realm, right? So there's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of prosperity. She's got the Ace of Pentacles there, the fresh start. So... Sag, what you need to know is some of you are kind of mad. It's like you're watching you're 30 and everybody's getting married, everybody's having kids, and you're sitting there with the psycho ex thinking, we're like, where's my love? We're like, where's mine? Right? And people are pressuring you, or it's career, and the last job was toxic, and you're like, God damn, I don't want to work at a toxic company again. So there's this element where you just feel frustrated and angry about all the challenges and the barriers and the things that are coming your way. And they want you to know that you are manifesting what it is that you want. So stay the course. That's the message. That's what needs to know. That's what's coming out. That's what's next. That's what's up. Let me know what it is, Sagittarius. What are you frustrated with and what are you trying to manifest? Bring it in, right? I truly believe that manifestation, part of it is writing things down. I do it myself and I repeat it. I recommend you do the same. So let's grab some oracles. Let's see what they want to say. We shall do a potential outcome, my friends. We'll see where you are 30 days from now. Right now I think it's July 5th, July 6th, somewhere around there. But this is a timeless reading, so it's 30 days from when you are watching this. So Sag, what do you need to surrender to when it comes to this situation? Inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes and life will flow more easily. And... the most bittersweet card of the deck, but the fact that it's here and the fact that this is the vibe in the reading tells me it is your time. Everything in divine timing. And sometimes divine timing might differ from your ego's timing. So if a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, which we definitely felt that, be patient and trust the universal flow. The people who get what they want are the people who don't give up. Let's grab your animal. What the heck? Hold on a sec. Put these in the wrong spot. Let's grab your animal. Where's the animal deck? Okay, here they are, here they are. Okay, hold on, Sag. Hold on a minute. That was, by the way, I should show you those cards, because I always feel like when I do something like that, it is meant to be. The Nine of Cups and the Seven of Swords. is strategic energy. Let's point at the correct card. Strategic energy to get what you want. So typically when we do look at the Seven of Swords, he's looking behind him. This guy's kind of looking behind him, but he's looking over at that Nine of Cups. So keep your eye on the prize, keep your focus there. But this is like an element of being strategic to get your goals, to get your aspirations, to get what it is that you want. Okay, then what's the spirit animal message here? Well, that came out pretty fast. I'm telling you right now, some of you, you're about to find the love of your life. We do have the swans and we do have the soulmate energy. You have found your soulmate or they're just around the corner. So remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they will always find their way back to each other. Everything that you went through was worth it. All you need is love sometimes, Sag. All you need is love. That's what they say. That's what they say. All right, well, let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's get to your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, let's see where you are in a month. Like I said, let's go 30 days out. Oh, we start with the Eight of Swords. Similar energy to the way we started our reading here. Why? What's up with us? Eight of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Oh, I feel like you need a break. You might be stressed out. The Lovers, the High Priestess. You're at a crossroads here. The Two of Swords, the Emperor. Okay, you're definitely at a crossroads here. Let's see what's going on. Immediately when I picked up the Page of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, though, I got this feeling of it's like, you don't want this to end. I got like, it's like a good feeling, like you don't want this to end. Let's say Eight of Swords. Start there. What's going on? The Four of Pentacles, the World, the Two. You don't want this to end. It's going really well. It's going really well. You're really happy. It's like, you know, principle of rhythm, ups and downs, and it's like you don't want this to end. You're afraid it's going to end. Maybe it's the honeymoon phase. Maybe, if this is career, this is very strong stability in a career. If it's a relationship, that's a strong stability in a relationship. You don't want it to end, Sag. You're really happy and you don't want it to end. You're worried that it's going to end. So what's the Page of Wands? There's the past. The Six of Cups. The past is stressing you out. What the hell happened back there? It really traumatized you, Sag. There's the King of Pentacles. There's the other person. I'm going to talk about the lesson here. We're going to find out because you're worried that the past is going to come back. It's like things are going so good, things are going so well, and it's almost like it's a familiar energy where before something went really good, something went really well, and then it just took a U-turn in an instant. What was the lesson? The Page of Swords is there. So what was the lesson that taught, Sag? Because I don't see you repeating it, but I see you very afraid that you're going to. I can't shuffle with my eyes closed. I always lose the cards. Okay. Ten of Cups. Hold on. I was hoping I could reach it. I can't. Okay. The Nine of Swords and the Ten of Cups is the lesson. The lesson to oh, what's that? Boundaries. The lesson's boundaries, Sag. So let's say it is love, and this person, let's say they cheated on you. The message is boundaries. If that's the message, then there was something that you were letting them do that you knew was kind of crossing the line or that you weren't okay with. You were saying yes when you really wanted to say no. That's the lesson. Don't say yes. Say no. You might be afraid that they're going to leave, or you might be afraid of a big blowout, or you might be afraid that you get fired. But that's going to happen anyway because you're in a situation you don't want to be in, and if they're treating you some way you don't want to be treated. That's the message, is to say no when you want to say no, or when they have a quality, a red flag. You come into the company, it's your first day, and every employee is talking to you about how shitty the company is. Probably got a bad manager or bad boss there if everyone's thinking that. It's not going to, So it's recognizing, like, it would be like you overlooked that and thought, oh no, everybody's crazy, it'll be different for me. But it wasn't different for you. It really is like a bad boss type of energy. So that's the lesson, is, and saying, not ignoring it and dealing with it in the moment is what I'm hearing. So it might be like, oh, we'll deal with that after. Okay, yeah, we'll put that aside, we'll talk about that later. It's that type of energy, and they want you to know you're not going to do that again. You know now what makes you happy, and you're not going to settle for anything less. So if there's a toxic energy, a red flag, you're going to walk away. and you're not gonna get hurt in the same manner. There's a really strong element of independence and self-awareness and knowing your value. So maybe with that company, you were afraid to speak up because you didn't have the confidence to really sell yourself the way that you sell yourself now, right? Or if it's a relationship, you didn't have that confidence to stand up for yourself the way that you will now, right? Usually the older we get, in my opinion, that was my experience. If I look at like 20-year-old Robin, I didn't really have the confidence to say certain things then, but I'll fucking say it now, baby! So there's that element of confidence in yourself and knowing that, Sag. You're not going to have to relive through that. You will recognize the red flags, and if you're not seeing any, it's because this is what you deserve. So what's the Four of Swords here? I feel it's a fear, but what's the Four of Swords here? You could be pulling yourself back or distancing yourself here out of a fear. Hold on. Five of Pentacles. That's what you're afraid you're going to get left out here. That's really what you're afraid of, right? You're afraid of being underpaid, afraid of being fired, afraid this person's going to leave you, whatever that fear is. It's just a fear, and they want you to know it's not a valid fear, Sag. You passed the test, you're not going to have to go through it again. Trust in that. That's what's next, is exactly what it is that you want, but you feel like it's too good to be true and it's going to go away, and it's not. Not if you don't want it to. That's what I have, that's what I got. That's the reading I picked up today. So Sag, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you like your reading in my style, I kind of ask that you like, comment, subscribe, hype the reading. It does help my channel. So thank you so much, Sagittarius. I sincerely appreciate your support. And let's close your reading off today with your yes or no question. Yes or no? That's the answer for Sagittarius. The answer is surely not. Okay, Sag, I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.